The man suddenly discovered in horror that on the skeleton lying on the ground, there was an ID tag with the same name as his. They both wore the same style of wristband and had the same kind of smart assistant. He quickly checked the other person's phone.
Replay last recording.
Maybe it's better this way. No one's suffering anymore.
The recording terrified Ethan. He began to suspect that this was his future. To gather more information, he used the machine warehouse he brought to make a simple charger. He also picked some wild fruit to satisfy his hunger. But the fruit was poisonous, causing Ethan to vomit uncontrollably and pass out. Suddenly, a bright light appeared in the sky, and a figure rushed toward him, injecting something into his heart. The person who saved him was his good friend Jude. It turned out that the smart assistant had sent a distress signal, which led Jude to bring the antidote to save him. They then found the warehouse from the previous day, where a mechanical arm popped out of the grass. After confirming Ethan's identity, it let him in. The indicator light on Ethan's mechanical wristband suddenly activated, absorbing his blood. The power in the warehouse finally restored, and Ethan's father's projection appeared, explaining that the time machine in front of them was built to solve the human oxygen crisis. However, before his father could finish speaking, the projection malfunctioned and stopped working, and the time machine began charging. They would only be able to return 400 years in the past after 5 hours of charging. The two decided to explore the area first. They found the city where they used to live, only to discover it was now a wasteland. Ethan found his home and saw a skeleton holding the token of love he had given to his wife. Ethan began to realize that no matter what he did, he couldn't change humanity's fate.
And maybe it's better this way. No one's suffering anymore.
Jude offered some comforting words, and Ethan suddenly remembered this conversation, as if he had heard it before. He then played the last recorded message on his phone.
Maybe it's better this way. No one's suffering anymore.
Both of them were confused, but in order to leave this world, they immediately ran back to the warehouse. At this point, there were only 10 minutes left until the time jump, and the projection appeared once again. His father finally told Ethan the whole truth.